There was a time, millions of years ago, when stepping onto what we now call North America would have been a death sentence. Not from war, not from disease, but from creatures so massive, so fierce, so perfectly built for killing, that they turned an entire continent into a hunting ground unlike anything the world had ever seen. Picture this: you're standing in what will one day become South Dakota. The air is thick and humid, draped over endless grasslands that stretch to the horizon. Rivers carve through the landscape, their banks lined with ancient forests. The temperature hovers around a comfortable 70 degrees, and everything seems peaceful. But that peace is a lie, because hidden in those tall grasses, lurking near those riverbanks, are monsters. This is the late Cretaceous period, roughly 66 million years ago, and North America has become an evolutionary arms race. The herbivores grew larger to survive, the carnivores grew deadlier to hunt, and caught in the middle were creatures that could only pray they weren't next on the menu. Let me introduce you to the apex predator of this nightmare world, Tyrannosaurus Rex. But forget everything you think you know from movies. The real T-Rex was so much worse. Standing 20 feet tall, stretching 40 feet long, weighing as much as an elephant, this animal had a bite force of over 12,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough to crush a car. Its teeth weren't just sharp, they were designed to pulverize bone, to tear through the thick hides of prey that were themselves the size of buses. When a T-Rex hunted, the ground shook. When it roared, everything within miles knew death was coming. But here's the thing, T-Rex wasn't alone. Sharing this continental killing field were packs of Daguerreotypta, intelligent predators that hunted in coordinated groups. Picture a 6-foot-tall bird covered in feathers, armed with a sickle claw that could disembowel prey with a single kick. They were fast, smart, and relentless. Now imagine being one of the herbivores trying to survive in this hellscape. Meet Triceratops, a 3-horned tank of an animal weighing up to 12 tons. Its skull alone measured over 7 feet long, equipped with horns that could gore a predator straight through. These weren't gentle giants. They were warriors, constantly battling for survival, their bodies scarred from countless encounters with hungry carnivores. Then there was Ankylosaurus, nature's answer to the question, what if we made a living fortress? This creature was covered head to tail in thick armor plating, with a club at the end of its tail that could shatter bone. When threatened, it would swing that club with enough force to cripple even a T-Rex. But even with all that armor, even with all that weaponry, survival was never guaranteed. The herbivores weren't just fighting predators. They were competing with each other for food in an environment that was changing constantly. Volcanic activity rumbled beneath the surface. The climate shifted unpredictably. Resources became scarce. And always, there were the predators watching, waiting, calculating. This wasn't just a dangerous place. This was natural selection turned up to its absolute maximum setting. Every adaptation was countered by another adaptation. Every defense met with a stronger offense. The entire continent became a pressure cooker of evolution, producing some of the most spectacular, terrifying, and awe-inspiring animals that ever walked the earth. And then, in an instant that lasted seconds, but changed everything, it all ended. A rock from space, 6 miles wide, slammed into what is now Mexico. The deadliest place on earth became a tomb. But before that final curtain fell, for millions of years, North America ruled as the undisputed champion of prehistoric carnage.